Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about Karate Kid and in a way Cobra Kai. Well, they're in the same universe, but because of the success that Cobra Kai has had within its 5 seasons, Hollywood decides, hey, it would be a good idea to try to make another Karate Kid movie. Unless this is supposed to be a sequel to Cobra Kai, having a reboot will not be the best idea. I mean, didn't they learn anything in 2010 when they had the Jaden Smith and the Jackie Chan Karate Kid that movie wasn't nearly as good or as on the same level as the 4 Karate Kid movies? Even, I say 4 because, yeah, there's Karate Kid Part 1, 2, and 3, all centered around Daniel LaRusso, right? The next Karate Kid was being the 4th one, centered around Julie Pierce, which I so wanted to be in the Cobra Kai Season 6. So, even though the next Karate Kid was the weakest link out of the 4 movies, it still can hold its own in my opinion. And the next Karate Kid is one of my favorite movies in general. And the Karate Kid series, like episodes like part 1, 2, and 3, and 4, are some of the greatest made movies ever. Anywho, before I prejudge this, because I feel like I'm prejudging this, let's see what this says, shall we? Yes, let's. Although a remake of the Karate Kid starring Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan was released in 2010, the original incarnation of the franchise hasn't had a theatrical presence since 1994, The Next Karate Kid. However, the universe has been getting a lot of attention in recent years through Cobra Kai, show that originally premiered on YouTube and now available to stream on Netflix subscriptions. The entirety of Cobra Kai Season 5 dropped on September 6th, and while there is no official word yet if Season 6 is happening, it has been announced that a new Karate Kid is on the way. Sony Pictures announced that news as part of some studio scheduling updates that a new Karate Kid movie is slated to arrive on June 7th of 2024. The only other piece of information revealed that the project is that it's returned to the original Karate Kid franchise, indicating that rather than being a remake or reboot, this will be set to be in the same continuity as the original Karate Kid movies and Cobra Kai. That June 7th release, that June 7th date previously belonged to the old untitled Sony's Spider-Man Universal flag, which has now been moved to July 12th. Considering how well Cobra Kai been holding on to probably fort on the original Karate Kid universe since its premiered in 2018, it's interesting that Sony has decided to keep the saga going on 2 fronts by delivering a Karate Kid movie to the masses. So, what does that exactly mean? Is this upcoming movie a direct continuation of Cobra Kai, perhaps acting as well as a concluding chapter to the saga of Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso and William Sabax as Johnny Lawrence? Or is this the next Karate Kid movie meant to launch a spin-off saga centered on new characters while Cobra Kai continues on Netflix? The latter approach could be the better course of action, with enticing moviegoers who haven't been keeping up with Cobra Kai or haven't seen any of the prior Karate Kid movies. However, there are enough Karate Kid Cobra Kai fans out there that would surely come out in droves to their movies if this ends up being connected to the main saga. For now, Sony Pictures is keeping tight-lipped on what precisely this feature entails, but rest assured Cinema Blend will keep you appraised on updates concerning this project. In the meantime, for those of you behind on Cobra Kai, catch up to spend all the catch up to speed on all five seasons now. And stay tuned for any news about season 6. You can also scan through. Which I'm not going to read the rest. Anywho, I'm hoping this will be a continuation. I hope this will be kind of like a sequel to the Cobra Kai show in a way, if you get me, because I feel like the only way this new Karate Kid can be successful is if they have it in the same universe as the 4 Karate Kid films and the Cobra Kai series. Because last time we got a Karate Kid film on the big screen, it was a reboot. And it didn't have the same magic or weight to it like the first 3 Karate Kid films, and even the next Karate Kid. And I was saying this in my live stream with the Tugs Live earlier, that the Karate Kid, the next Karate Kid, I'm sorry, Cobra Kai, what works for Cobra Kai is that it brings in the old, introduces the new, blends the old with the new beautifully to create a new story. And that's why Cobra Kai Season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has been successful. Despite whatever their, down, negative parts have been. Which, to me, has been very, very few. Cobra Kai has been successful because it honors the legacy of the Karate Kid while bringing the new. Is pretty much, for me, Cobra Kai is what the Star Wars sequel trilogy should have been. Honestly, should have been that. And I will admit this is interesting because this says sequel or reboot. This article does hint at a potential sequel or potential reboot. I just think it would be better. So, I'm interested in where they go. I'll be more interested, and I feel like a lot of people will be more interested, if they have a continuation. Be this set in the Karate Kid Cobra Kai first. If they don't have this be another reboot, then this won't make nearly as much money as it could have been if this was a continuation of the Cobra Kai Karate Kid movie. First, if that makes sense. I don't make the same mistake as the Jackie Chan, Jaden Smith Karate Kid did, and have it be a completely be a reboot. Have it be a continuation of the Ralph. Sorry, I don't know why I am brain farting on his name. I just said it too. I don't know why I had a brain fart, but Ralph Macchio's Karate Kid. Have that be a continuation of Ralph Macchio's Karate Kid. I mean, and if this happens to be a sequel to Cobra Kai and Karate Kid, then essentially depends how they could go, how they end the movie. It could be a trilogy like Ralph Macchio and William Sebak had stated not so long ago that they wanted. So I'm interested. I'm cautiously optimistic. If they play their cards right, this could be debatedly the biggest thing since the Star Wars: The Force Awakens. This new Karate Kid movie, if they play their cards right, could be the biggest Star Wars or biggest movie thing since Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Because or maybe it's Star Wars Endgame. I forget what came out last. I think Endgame came out last. So this could be the next big thing since Avengers Endgame. Because I remember so much hype around Avengers Endgame, and so much hype was around The Force Awakens. That's why I brought those two movies up. Oh, trust me. And the best thing is, this Karate Kid movie, if they play their cards right, could essentially spank the Star Wars sequel trilogy. Like, see? I mean, Cobra Kai's Karate already do that, but the Karate Kid movies, if they use the same formula as Cobra Kai, then it could be like, see Disney Lucasfilm? See what you guys try to do the sequel trilogy, your sequel trilogy, and look how we're doing with our sequel trilogy. Yeah, take notes in case if you ever make a sequel trilogy to your sequel trilogy. Take notes. Anywho, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited or bummed out that we're getting another Karate Kid movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. And I'll talk to you fellow mutants later.